Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome back to some more Star Citizen. Now today, I'm going to do a sort of a bit of a flight test. I'm going to start working my way through all the ships, and I'm going to do the M50 first. I thought about taking it on the racetrack, guys, but I mean, it's been used in dogfighting. It's turned out to be okay in pretty good in dogfighting as well, because it's extremely hard to hit. And secondly, I want to make all the videos in sort of the same environment, really, and I don't really want to take some of the other sort of fighting ships into the racing mode, but I'm going to make a video on the racing anyway a bit later on. But today we're going to have a look around, first of all, the animations of the M50, and then we're going to jump into some Vandal Swarm, and then I'm going to give my sort of general opinion of the ship and what I think of it. Right, well, first of all, let's have a look on the outside. Now, we've all seen it before, but when it's actually in this mode, it does look pretty cool. You can see we've got the engine thrusters there. We've got normal sort of thrusters. And that's physical boost. It's absolutely crazy. What we're probably going to do now, just to save myself kidding myself. I'm just going to go around into a different view quickly, and then decelerate and turn around. Okay, let's take a look at the thrusters. They actually look pretty cool, actually. I actually let a look. I think the front view is probably the best view, this view.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
Very annoying. Okay, I'm not now. Actually, so there we go. I'll go into the darker area, you can see now. Pretty cool. I like the attention to detail there. It's very good. You can see him on the front there as I'm manoeuvring. I'll actually manoeuvre the other way as well. But I'm not moving. I don't want to hit the boundary now.
You are approaching.
Now, what this has as well, it's got gimbal, sort of, let's say, gimbal mounted. The difference between the two sort of... Oh, let me just get out of this view.
Simulation boundary.
Now, one of the real tough things about this ship is controlling it. This thing is so lively, guys. If you've got an M50, you know what I mean. I flew all the other ships, and so far what I've found is that this ship is very, 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 very sensitive on the controls, even if you move the sensitivity down. Now, I'm doing all these ship sort of fly-throughs. I'm going to do them all on the mouse and keyboard because it's just easy for me to access, really. Now, talking about these front weapons, now you can actually see one of the advantages it has got, they're not sort of fixed. So what that means, you can see them rotating there a little bit there, and I'll show what I mean now when I go inside. So now when I'm inside, if you see the sort of the little circle that's moving there now, so basically now wherever I turn that, the guns will point towards, so you can actually see that as I move around. That makes it a lot easier, and you'll see when I do the other ships, some of the ships have got fixed mounts. And what that means is they've just locked in the front, so it's literally like that all the time. So you literally have to point the ship towards your physical target. That makes it very difficult. So having sort of a gun that is on a sort of a gimbal and a rotating mount makes it very, I say very easy. It makes it slightly easier if you want to sort of aim something over there. Now you can just move the sort of the mouse or your joystick towards the target. So good feature there. One of the hardest things about this ship is to control it. It is extremely fast, guys. When you're actually flying, the maneuverability is so sensitive. You can turn so fast. And one of the things I found with the Vandal Swarm, when I was played it quite a few times, it's just as harder for them to hit you than it is to hit them because of the speed you're actually flying at. Now, don't get me wrong. I know it's actually a racing, but it can carry cargo units at the end of the day. So it will have a other purpose inside of the universe. Interesting, really, but like I said, very difficult to hit, and it's proving to be a pretty good ship. One thing I did notice as well, when you're in Vandal Swarm, which I'm going to show you in a second, the other thing I noticed as well, it's almost like the Vandal treat you slightly differently when you're actually in the M50. I don't know if you guys have got M50s as well. They seem to fly a lot more, it's a lot harder to hit, even if you actually fly from a sort of a long distance. It's very, very difficult. But saying that, the M50 is definitely for a skilled pilot. I own one, and I'm not a skilled pilot. That's the truth, guys. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I will get better after time, but the M50 as in difficulty level is at the moment number 10. There's no doubt about that. It's very difficult to fly, particularly in Vandal Swarm. So anyway, let's jump over to some Vandal Swarm, and then we'll talk a little bit more when we get there. Right, one sec, guys.
Vandal Swarm.
Right, guys, here we are. Now, one of the things I should have said a second ago as well, what I'm going to do is, with all these videos as well, I'm going to leave it with the stock weapons. I always wonder when they do that, have they got some sort of teleporting device? That's obviously just warped in from somewhere, but... Okay, so, look, right. Let's get started. Now, one of the things that is why this ship is significantly different from all the other ships is the other ships, being the Hornet and the other fighters, what you tend to do is when you can either, you know, leave decoupled G-safe and you can constab and fly around normally, but your slow interval is very, very slow. Oh no, not in the M50. I suggest you leave decouple and leave it all alone, because this thing can turn so much faster than... It can turn so much faster than the other ships without actually really needing any aid. And you're going to see what I mean. I mean, following the target is very difficult. Particularly because you're going a lot faster as well. It's almost like the Vandals seem to know there's an M50 behind them. Because when you see the next video when I actually use the Hornet, it's nothing like this, guys. He's almost... Whoa! It's a lot easier. It's a lot harder in this. It's a lot faster ships. It's a lot harder to control. Yeah, I'm shooting all around him. I actually watched someone else's video the other day, and I was looking at them thinking, why are they shooting around the target? Why doesn't he shoot at the square? You know? Until you try this ship, you know what I mean? It's very, very difficult. Uh-oh, near a rock. Someone behind me as well. Now, I actually played quite a few rounds before in this. Not today, but I played quite a few rounds in it. And what I found is I'm going to say it now, and you know what's going to happen. You don't seem to take that much damage, really. That's him moving, not me. I'm trying to aim on him. It's very, very difficult in this... There we go. Oh, nice hits in then. Try and keep on him. So these actual games can sometimes go on for, you know, like half an hour or so. And the other thing what he starts to do, I don't know if you guys, if you noticed the same thing, the Vandal always tend to fly very close to the barrier. Almost like they want you to go off the barrier. This one's proven to be quite a pain in the arse. But like I said, if you get in with 2 gimbal mounts on the Hornet, it's a lot easier. But at the end of the day, I mean, this is a blooming racer, isn't it? But it's, I mean, it's just showing you really, because, you know, you're going to have this ship in the universe. So theoretically, you want to sort of be able to defend yourself, and you can quite see here what it's actually capable of doing. You can be a right menace, and it's very difficult for this Vandal to get sort of a good shooting shot on me because of the physical turning speed. I mean, you can, with the other ships, you know, go down the road of decoupled and constab, and obviously that is going to help you turn him, but this just comes out the box like that. Oh, God forbid if you turn it off. Just be crazy.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
Oh dear, that was hard work. Next target. It's enjoyable, this, but it's very intense. I think the feedback I've been from the community are very much similar. It's very, very hard ship to really master, and I think once you've done it though, you're gonna be pretty good.
0 hostile contacts remaining.
So let's just summarise, guys. So M50, yeah, it is a racer, but it can be a dogfighter too. There's no doubt about it. It's an absolutely fantastic ship, but it takes a little bit of skill to actually fly it. So not a particularly long video today, guys, but once I get up to these sort of bigger ships, I think like the Constellations and the Starfares and the Idrises, and we start doing the same thing with them, guys, I think it's going to get really interesting. But I thought I'd start off with the M50 because it just looks like an absolutely fantastic ship, and I'm going to work my way through the rest of them. And then just do generally the same thing to sort of get a sort of a general feel of the ship. Now look, racing, Yep, definitely. Dogfighter, yeah, no doubt. Skill level, you need to be pretty skilled in this, guys, because it's very, very, very skill-based ship. There's no doubt about it. I think if you're a master of this, guys, this could be a brilliant ship. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.